If you haven't heard about Anchor by Spotify, it's the easiest way to make a podcast with everything you need all in one place. Let me explain. Anchor has tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. When hosting on Anchor, you can distribute your podcast on listening platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcast, and more. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. And best of all, Anchor is totally free. Download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. That's ANCHOR for the app, or go to ANCHOR.fm to get started. I love using Anchor, and it's how I got started on my podcast, and I highly recommend. So please give Anchor a download and a try if podcast is on your needs. Welcome to Dirty Secrets of Massage. I am your host, Ava, and I'll be telling you the dirty truth about the massage therapy industry, different clients I encounter, and all things massage. Please submit any topic requests or feedback to dirtysecretsofmassage@yahoo.com. And welcome again. My name is Ava, and it's so good to be back. And today I'd like to talk about this young lady that was my client, and she had to quit because of some juicy behavior that was going on in her marriage. She had to quit coming to see me. And the reason why is because the cash flow was no longer going to be available. And so I met her husband at one of those network groups, and he's extremely nice. Not too good as far as like the way he looks kind of thing. He's not extremely attractive or anything, but he was very nice. And he told me one day that he'd like to send his wife over for a massage. That she'd been working really hard, working on their family business and really just doubling down, and so he decided that he wanted to send her over for a session with me. And so she came, and we had a nice conversations, and she was very nice, and I never had a problem with her. And she always paid in cash, and she always rebooked. And she would rebook for once a month because that's probably around payroll time and around his payroll time. And not everybody has massage money, but not everybody has every 2-week massage money or every 3-week massage money either. And she probably thinks a little like me that massage is very important. And if you can afford it, I highly recommend it. It's one of those kind of health and comfort kind of things. It goes along with going to the chiropractor and things like that. And so anyways, she would come and tell me the family goings-ons and trips that she's taken and her friends and things of the such. And she would talk a lot, and I didn't really mind. And the only thing I didn't really care about was after her session was over, she wouldn't stop talking. Talk, and then talk during when it's payment time, and get her appointment made, and talk some more, and walk her outside, and keep talking, and looking at everything outside, and what's this, what's going on over here. It's like, man. So when she finally leaves, though, it's kind of exhausting, but I think she just has a lot to say, and probably not a lot of people that listen to her. Matter of fact, I need to check on her and see how she's doing. And so anyways, she started, this husband and her, they are part of like a barbecue cook-off team of some sort. Where it is and the name of the team, I never asked because, it didn't really interest me. And I'm not one to go hang out at barbecue cook-offs, and I've never gone. I'm sure it's fun, but it's just never been something that I wanted to go do. And so one day she comes in and tells me that she started kind of fooling around with somebody on the barbecue team. And whoever she's fooling around with, like, I don't know who that person is, or his wife, or soon-to-be ex-wife, or anything like this. I don't know any of these people except for her husband, and I think he's very nice. So it's really rather sad to hear this kind of story, actually. And so she started fooling around with this guy, and she went to a concert, and I think he was there, you know, that kind of thing. And he bought her a t-shirt. Oh my goodness. And, you know, all this giddy stuff about how attracted she is to him and how hot he is, and all this and that. And this young lady isn't a spring chicken, you know. She's probably 50, 51 or 52 maybe. And so she came in for her last appointment, and then she made another appointment like she always does, and then she left. And then probably 2 weeks later, she texted me to cancel because her and her husband are getting a divorce, and her cash flow is now gone, and that she would get back to me when she was ready to come back. And so I just was like, okie dokie. And I guess that's her husband's fourth marriage. I'm pretty sure it's at least her second. I'm not sure how many times she's been married, but I'm pretty sure it's at least twice. And it's just sad to see, you know, a good guy get raked under. He had a good job too in the medical field. And so he worked really hard in the medical field. And she stayed home. And so I guess she was talking about getting her certifications renewed for her previous employment type, and that was also in the medical field as well. And so she was talking about getting those certifications renewed so she could go back to work. And, you know, of course, he caught on real quick that she was up to something, and it didn't take long. And so I don't know whatever happened with that, and so I should probably check in and see what she's up to. But like I've said before, and I'll say it again, people tell you all kinds of stuff on the table. And some of it is good, and some of it isn't so good. And so today I have a new client, and we'll see how he does. I'm not sure what his deal is, but I didn't really listen to his voicemail. I guess I could have. But usually I can tell by somebody's tone of voice exactly what they're looking for, or what they need, or if they're full of it, if they're looking for something that I'm not willing to do. And we all know what that is. And so that's the story of the lady who was cheating and told me everything while she was on the table. How sad, huh? How sad.